Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of Voice of Achievers. And today we have a very special guest with us, CA Siddhi Kabra. She has recently qualified Chartered Accountancy exam. So, welcome CA Siddhi Kabra Ma'am.
Thank you, Ashwin. Thank you for having me. Pleasure is
So,
all mine.
that's great. So, the topic for today is last month do's and don'ts for CA exam. So, first question I would like to ask, why last month is so important, not for just CA exam, for any exam?
Okay, so last month is very, very important. It is the most crucial period of any exam, any aspirant, any field you are going for. Because I remember in one of my audit classes, my faculty told me that last month या तो काम तुम्हारा बनेगा या तुम्हारा काम बिगड़ जाएगा. क्योंकि there are see three categories of aspirants which he told us. At first one, to 4-5 months say they are very consistent in studies until the date of the last paper. They are that consistent. The second category being 4-5 months they were not very consistent, but they thought ठीक है जो हो गया वो हो गया. This is 1 month. We have plenty of time. Let's give us a best shot. Okay. And the third category, 4-5 months very consistent, but in the last month there are very emotions which comes in the last month, like you'll be feeling depressed, you feel like you want to cry, you don't know how to express yourself, and these emotions overpower you, and so they were not able to keep up that pace, and they did not give their best shot in the exam. So for the first two categories, they will do their 100%. They will do their best in the exam. But the third category students, they fail to deliver their best. And the result being, again, they have to go through all these processes. So try to avoid the third category. Do your best, be positive all the time. Have a good bunch of people who can motivate you and be self motivated. That's what I can say.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, the second category, like there are students who are not that much consistent, like thoda chhod pakad hote rehte hai first 4 month, but in the last month they just hit the six.
Yeah.
So is it possible, like in the last month? I'm not talking about someone who is not just studied in the first 4 months, like who is just kept in touch with the studies, but if last month में अच्छे से कर लिया, so is it chances of clearing your exams increase or what?
Chances are, for me, chances are same for those who have been consistent till the last date of the exam, or those who have been not that consistent till the 4-5 months, but in the last 1 month they gave their best shot. So
Okay.
chances are equal for everyone. Yeah, more for the first category, but second category also have chances if they plan and execute properly.
Yeah,
So what I can suggest is they should do ABC categorization, because 1 month it is not possible to cover the whole syllabus. So
yeah,
try to cover A and B category. Go thoroughly through the ICI material. That is your Bible, your Gita, your Quran, whatever you say for this exam.
yeah,
So do ABC categorization, go through all the examples, all the questions, all the RTPs of past 5 attempts, and MTP of the current attempt or the past attempt. And yes, they can do it then.
yeah,
But the thing should be in the last 4-5 months, they should have studied something at least. It's
yeah,
not that last 1 month में सब हो जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा.
yeah. Like last month is important, but pehle bhi you have to study. So
Yeah.
what do you think, like
Instead
how?
of lagging और crying कि हमने 4-5 months waste कर दिए, अच्छे से नहीं किया. Instead of utilizing that time in crying, utilize it for planning and executing your.
Yeah, that's great. So, what do you think? Like, what should be the procedure of revising? Because last month, whenever it comes about last month, it comes about revision. So, how
Yeah.
should we revise in the last month?
So last month I would prefer जो तुमने पहले self notes बनाए हैं, जो questions important mark किए हैं, go through that. Completely go through that, be it your ICI material or your class notes, faculty notes, or any other material which you have studied in the past. Only go through that. Apart from that, there are many students who are there are many aspirants who come across different books. They one of their friends says that this book is very nice for this chapter, this book is very nice for this chapter, and last month they will switch over that book. So don't do that. Believe in the material which you have been studying still now. Continue with that. Don't take another material because फिर वो पूरा प्रोसीजर वापस स्टार्ट होगा. वो पेजेस पलटने में बहुत टाइम जाएगा. तुमने जिस बुक से पहले पढ़ा है, if you study through that, you know what is there on what page, and you know what are the important topics which you have highlighted. So just go through that.
Yeah. So what do you think, like last month mein, those who have not given mock test yet, so last month mein, is it advisable to join mock test?
Yes, it is very advisable to join the mock test. You should have ideally given it at least 2 months before, but
Okay.
nevertheless, instead of just going there and giving exam, be prepared for the worst. If you try to give mock test this week only. All the mock tests, you have 8 subjects, 2 mock tests, so 16 mock tests in total. So try to give 16 papers this week only. What will happen is you will know what are the more areas which require attention you are not able to recall, and what are the
Yeah.
areas you are very comfortable with. Still, you have 3 or 4 weeks in hand, whatever the time may be. You can plan accordingly and give more focus to the areas.
Okay. So as mock test is very important, and it's like everyone says about it, but still student ignore mock tests. So any advice for them who ignore mock test papers and all?
Uh, See, I would give an example. During tax audits, our principal used to always say us that whenever a soldier goes for a war or on the field, he's completely equipped, he's completely prepared. Same like, think this is like a battlefield, this is like a war which you are going to appear in 1 or 1 month almost. So be equipped, be skilled, know, be prepared for the worst case scenario. And mock test is the thing which can prepare you for the worst case, can enlighten you more on your strength, on your weakness. So it is very advisable. If you see all the rankers videos, the foremost thing they say is ICI material and mock test. So do that.
Yeah. And one more thing, there are some students who cannot afford the mock test, like they cannot take mock test from some mock test providers. So how can they give mock test papers? Like they can appear
Like the
for sale?
ICI, no, the ICI mock test is available to all on their site. I
Yeah.
did not personally took any of the mock test series which the classes have. I only saw the mock test papers of the ICN of the
Okay.
past attempt and for my attempt. So uh, for May 2021 attempt, I have already downloaded the mock test papers, and for November 21 also. So I solved 2 attempt mock test papers and past examination question.
Okay. So as you said, you have solved by self. So may I know, matlab evaluation, how you used to evaluate yourself?
Okay, so I used to appear for mock, and I used to fix the time of 2 to 5 when we
Okay.
are going to appear for the exam. So I would come to know that at that point of time whether my mind is active. Because what happened, um, for 4 or 5 months before exam, I used to sleep in the afternoon, a nap of half an hour or 1 hour. So my mind was not very active at that time. So I decided to appear for exam between 2 to 5 to prepare myself that I'm going to appear for exam at this time. So let's see how my mind reacts to the question at this point of time, whether I'm able to recall. So I used to do that, and after appearing for mock test paper, after 2 days, I used to self-evaluate from the answers which we get. We get answers on the ICA website along with the question paper. So I used to evaluate. I used to think that I'm the examiner. I'm not the aspirant. I'm the examiner. How much marks should I allot to me? So it happened with me that I failed in a few of the papers also. You have to be fair and honest with your evaluation.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, because if like I'm evaluating myself, तो थोड़ा like हाँ ठीक है ना यार हो जाएगा, so that
And
mentality comes. So that's
no, you
why.
have to keep your shoes in. You have to keep yourself in the shoes of examiner. You have to
Oh,
See,
Okay.
like you are evaluating, you are not aspiring.
Okay, okay. And before mock test, like if someone is watching whose exams are in later period, so
Hmm.
what about writing practice? How students should do the writing practice? Because I think that's very much important before mock test. Mock test is there, but before that, writing practice is something which we have to follow.
Yeah, so there are few of my friends who couldn't clear in this examination, and they said that we didn't practice a lot, especially for the practical papers like FR and taxation, where you have to also answer and evaluate the steps why you answer. So writing speed takes an important role. And if I particularly talk about final students, so you haven't given any paper since last 2.5 years after intermediate. You don't have writing practice, and you work on Excel and all, but you don't have writing practice. So when you are preparing, when you are doing your first read, try to solve all the questions by hand, be it the simplest question, be it the hardest question. Do the same, write along SFM, FR, taxation, all the practical subjects, and theory subjects also. I would suggest, for example, if you're taking audit. So one essay you summarize in your own way to evaluate your writing speed, to increase your writing speed. So, and for intermediate and foundation students, I think you have been practicing thoroughly through the classes and you don't have that break. So, yes, but you also have to analyze the speed, especially for the accountancy and taxation subjects where the paper is very long. So, yeah, do the writing practice at least in first reading, and in subsequent readings, you can only solve the hard questions, not the simple questions by hand.
Okay. And as you mentioned that we have to practice theory also in writing. So थोड़ा सा उसके
Yeah.
बारे में बता दीजिए.
Okay, so I used to study one essay, okay, say essay 240 and essay 200 series or 700 series. And I used to write my own way, in my own way, preparing my self notes also and evaluating my writing speeds, like how much I'm able to recall, not on the same day, but on the subsequent day. How much I'm able to recall, whether I'm able to recall all the important points. Along with that, I tried to write fast because audit paper is also going to be very lengthy. Law paper is also going to be very lengthy. And this time, law paper was very lengthy, considering the MCQs along with the theoretical part. Like the 3 mark question took around 5 minutes to write. You don't have actually that time to write answers. So I used to summarize all points on my own while maintaining the writing speed. You can take every topic, every section, every chapter the same way.
Okay. And so as you mentioned, like of writing is very much important. And
Yeah,
now like so actually I've written down the questions. Let me just
sure.
so if there are some students who have not completed their first reading till now, so any
Hmm.
advice for them?
Who are going to appear right now?
Yeah, like 1 month is remaining and they are not completed with the first study, and but they want to appear in the exam. So मतलब कुछ चमत्कार हो जाए.
So my advice would be them for them would be don't expect that you'll pass or you'll clear. Just give it like appear it like a mock test.
Okay.
You have nothing to lose practically if you have not studied for if you have not completed even your first read. It's not fair to the course also, which requires a lot of time, a lot of dedication, a lot of patience. So appear like it is a mock. What you can do is you can do ABC categorization, complete
Okay.
all the A and B category with ICM material completely. If you then have time, go for C category, and even if you then have time, go for class notes. But first focus on ICI material, RTP and MT.
Okay. And like one more important question about last month is how to deal with the last month pressure and last month thoughts because many thoughts come like I actually remember कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है यार रैंक ही आ जाएगी एंड कभी कभी लगता है 40 भी नहीं आ पाएंगे. So how to
Yeah,
deal with all those thoughts and along with those thoughts how to keep on our studies.
yeah, like I said in the very first answer, that last month will be full of emotions. uh, you will feel like you want to cry, you want to express, but you don't know how to express. You don't know whom to talk. You quite feel depressed. Even you think what I'm doing, what is happening around me. छोड़ दो नहीं हो रहा बस कर दिया. It's very normal. It's okay. If it is not happening with you, then you are in problem. If it is happening with you, then you are going good. But एक चीज होनी चाहिए कि उसको हावी नहीं होने देना. Be consistent. Talk to yourself. That is the most important thing and most important advice I would like to give. Talk to yourself. If, let's say a thought comes to mind कि नहीं हो रहा, so immediately respond क्यों नहीं होगा, मैं करूंगी, मैं करूंगा, अच्छे से होगा. I'm very positive. I have worked hard till now. Why not now? Only 1 month to go. I've been waiting for this day since last 3 years, or if you are intern, waited last 1.5 year. Enjoy it. Enjoy the process. Think like it is a festival. Enjoy. And फिर भी अगर positivity नहीं आ रही, talk to your parents. They are the best people to talk right now. वो तुम्हारे लिए सबसे अच्छी सोर्स है. तुम्हारे लिए सबसे अच्छा वही सोच सकते हैं. Even if you feel they won't understand, it's okay. They might not understand, but the hug which will they give you, you'll feel everything is right, everything is correct, everything is going well. Do visualization. See what you want to see on the result date. I used to do that often. Like I used to only close my eyes, background with thoda sa music, silent music, and I used to visualize how would be my result day, how would be the ICA convocation day, and I used to
Okay.
feel positive after that. Be self-motivated. That's what I want to say.
Okay.
It's
So
nothing like external motivation. If you will see Sandeep Maheshwari's video or any other motivational speaker, it won't last for more than 2 hours. After that,
yeah.
you will go in the same pace. So be self-motivated. Be happy.
Okay. So I think happiness is the key in the last month, as as you said, and as you also discussed, like talk to your parents, and so uh, one more question I would like to ask regarding this talk. Last month, there happens many talks like. People start calling their friends their classmates, and there used to be some classmates or friends who used to say यार मेरी तो पढ़ाई नहीं हुई है, मेरा तो like अभी तक कुछ हुआ नहीं है, how I am going to manage, I don't know about all that. And later on होता है ऐसे, they end up passing and they end up scoring very well, and the student was calling
Yeah,
somehow he is not getting that much mark.
it's like
So
that character of Three Idiots, the Chaturam Lingam. Exam night se pehle he will distract everyone to excel. So block them. I have blocked many people during exam time.
okay. So
If
as
you
simple
get
as this.
vibe, one negative vibe, I used to block that. I used to
Okay.
block that person. And exam के बाद when they contacted me, I said मैंने phone switch off करके मम्मी को दे दिया था. I was not having my phone.
Okay.
Just block
So
them.
yeah. So like you are very straightforward. That's what I want to say, because so that much sincerity is needed actually. And if I'll take the note that whenever I get the vibe, I will block the person.
Yeah, see, this is the most important phase. Like you have been waiting for this since so long time, just to see that CA degree in front of your name. So if one, why to give chance of 1% also? If you fail, the burden will be on you. If you pass, there will be everyone around you who will take the credits for your success. Like we advised you this way, we advised you that way.
Actually.
But when you fail, no one will come. It's only you. So just ignore the negative people.
Okay. And as you said about the mobile, that I switched off the mobile and gave it to your mom. So is it really happened?
Actually, but मैंने बस बोल दिया उनको कि मैंने ब्लॉक किया था.
Okay,
I want
okay.
to give some reason. Now they will know after
Okay.
this
Mhm.
podcast.
So no, अब मोबाइल की बात आई गई. So how to deal with the distraction in the last month, and most importantly mobile, because mobile is the greatest distraction.
Yeah. So I uninstalled all the social media platforms which I was on. during last 1 month मैंने WhatsApp रखा हुआ था, but उसमें भी थोड़ी नेगेटिव वाइब्स आने लग गए थे, like people were asking ये बचा है, ये बचा है, ये बचा है, and I was going on a good pace. I didn't want any distractions, so I uninstalled that. And it personally depends on your choice, right? If you're able to, if you're able to avoid all the negativities, you can go with the same pace, or you can be on the all social media platforms if you are going on the same pace, if you are consistent and if you have positivity. But even you have one negative vibe, just uninstall it, or just switch off the phone and give it to your mom.
Okay. मतलब थोड़ा सा भी लगा कि it is killing our time, so it is very much
Yeah,
advisable to just log off from all the social media platforms. And
yes, definitely. And see, if one of my friend, what they used to do is, they said just for 2 minutes I'll see Insta, okay, and they will watch one reel, then they'll scroll, and they didn't know when 1 hour passed. It's
yeah.
very, it's not affordable in the last month. So right away
Okay.
uninstall it.
Okay, so as you said about the reel, and there are so unlike short video platforms are very much increasing. The popularity of short media short video platform is increasing. And
Yeah.
I actually listen in a podcast that it is actually affecting your concentration also.
Yes.
So what do you think
So
that
as I said, I was not on any social media platform in the
okay,
last month. Even on the Telegram channel, I've muted all the notifications. Only the classes notification, I kept it on in case there is any update. For YouTube also, I unsubscribed all the other channels apart from the faculties which I used to study. And बेल आइकॉन भी मैंने बंद कर दिया था, बस रात को एक बार देख लेती थी if there is any update for the same. So it kept me distracted all the time. And if you feel like it is very much distracting, you just switch off your phone. That's the best solution. Give
okay.
it to your mother and उनको बोल देना कि एग्जाम जिस दिन लास्ट पेपर हुआ उसी दिन मुझे देना. And if you want to see something on YouTube, open your laptop, बस वो पार्ट देखो जो जरूरी है and बंद करो.
Okay. So as you said के like mom को phone दे दो, तो there are students who are not at their home, so they
Yeah,
are at some other city. So how can they do that? Like give the phone to some roommate or some.
yeah. Give it to one of your roommate and ask them to hide where you don't know.
Okay. So like it is possible. मतलब यहाँ पर we can't make the बहाना के सिद्धि मैम ने बोला था
No,
मॉम को देना, अभी मॉम तो है नहीं, so let's use the mobile. So
no,
it
no,
should
no, no.
not happen.
It's, it's,
Okay.
it's completely your, it completely depends on your perseverance, your patience, your self-belief, your determination. You can't blame anyone else.
Okay. And at the end, it is going to cost us only because it's
You have
our
to
exam.
think whether you want to again study this all and after 6 months again appear for exam or finish it this time. It's totally
Okay. So,
like this was
uh,
my biggest motivation throughout the study period. मुझे ये वापस नहीं पढ़ना है. I can't go through this all again. So that kept me motivated.
okay. And one like very important topic is mental health and last month.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm. As I said, कि last month you will be having overload of emotions. This will test your patience, your self-belief, your perseverance, everything you have. So be happy. Give your body rest, complete rest. Give 1 hour for yourself in the last
okay.
month. Like many people will ask, this is exam time, 1 hour. So it's okay. Give 1 hour for yourself. You can do dance, you can do music, you can go to gym, you can go for a walk, you can do yoga, you can do meditation, visualization, whatever you want to. Believe me, this 1 hour will be very productive for you. If if a topic, let's say, takes 3 hours of yours, after giving your body and your mind rest of 1 hour, you will be able to complete that topic in 1.5. So see how your productivity would increase. So give 1 hour for yourself. Allow your body to rest. Listen to your body. Listen to your eyes. Listen to your mind. One of my friends said that he ignores his sleep. He was sleeping only for 5 hours, around 1 and 1.5 months. And that was the reason why he couldn't deliver the best shot in the exam and couldn't clear. So listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your eyes. Take utmost care of your health, physical and mental. Eat healthy food, eat light food. Don't eat abhi bahar ka food. Food to get sick at this point of time. Okay, एकदम light food खाओ so that your body is very active. And अभी गर्मी भी है, so keep yourself very hydrated.
Yeah. So as you mentioned about abhi bahar ka mat khao. So I still remember when I was preparing for my intermediate. So
Hmm.
Abu told me that this last month you can't like बस बंद कर दे तेरा सब बाहर का खाना होना जो करना है एग्जाम दे दे फिर whatever you want to do after the exam. Don't risk your life in the last month. And actually
Yeah.
that was COVID period also. So we have to very much take care of ourselves. And as you mentioned about mental health and that 1 hour to yourself, so
Hmm.
you have heard students, especially CA students, saying that we don't get time for our hobbies. And as you mentioned, give 1 hour to yourself. So I think
Hmm.
in those 1 hour, we can go half an hour for our hobbies.
Yeah, anything which would you like to do? Like I used to paint a lot. Even during this time, I like painting and I like sketching. So 20, 25 minutes I used to keep that. I used to go for a walk sometimes. Sometimes I used to do yoga. I used to do meditation. I used to dance. बस रूम बहुत ज़्यादा फ्रस्ट्रेशन हो गया रूम लॉक करके मतलब एकदम ऐसे गणपति डांस जैसे बोलते हैं. Do that. Whatever you like, do that. Give yourself 1 hour. Any combination you can do. Go for go to play it like बैडमिंटन खेल लो टेनिस खेल लो या फिर go for a ride if you want. Take your bike and go for a ride. Whatever please you.
Okay, but give 1 hour to you.
Give
So this one
yes,
hour,
yes.
uh, आप मतलब during the exams also you were giving that 1 hour or exam period?
No, yeah, that's very good question. I must say, like there are many people who used to study till last moment. Like I remember 2 minutes है अभी पेपर मिलने के लिए, but वो तब भी पढ़ रहे. And I was the person. मैं 11 o'clock I used to close my books. 2 o'clock exam I used to close my book at 11 o'clock. I used to sleep for 1 hour and then eat some light food and then go to exam hall. It used to take me around 40-45 minutes. So जाते time भी I used to continuously remind me everything will happen nice, everything will go good. Answers will flow from my pen. My paper will be awesome. सब अच्छा होगा. And 15-20 minutes before I used to just concentrate on my breathing, meditate,
Okay,
so that my mind is calm. And this exam, it tests the patience, it tests the calmness. You have to be MS Dhoni when you are writing the exam. Just be calm. Don't lag till last minute. Close your books at 11 o'clock. I used to do that, and you can see the result.
okay, and it is very much important because I have seen people studying in the examination hall. I still remember at 1:30 or 1:35 I used to enter in the exam hall, and there are people who are studying like anything. Because I used to think like भाई ये 10 मिनट में क्या ऐसा पढ़ने वाले हो आप लोग अभी. So
I did mistake in my intermediate, and it cost me a time. So I
oh,
prefer not to repeat it.
okay. So you have tried this also.
Yeah, in intermediate, I used to study till last minute, like 10 minutes पहले तक I used to study. So this
Okay.
time at 7, I won't study for that long. I'll close my books at 11, maximum 11:30. After that, no book.
Okay, so
Believe in
like
yourself. क्या जो हो गया.
नहीं actually when we enter in the exam hall and we see people studying, so कभी कभी we used to get a thought कि यार ऐसा क्या है ये लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, we are missing out on something or like क्या हो रहा है.
यस, बट फिर मुझे याद आता था कि ठीक है मैंने इंटरमीडिएट में गलती की थी और फिर मैं पेपर शांति से नहीं दे पाई थी. मैंने बहुत सारे सिली मिस्टेक्स कर दिए थे फिर. So I used to close my eyes and concentrate on breathing.
Okay, so that's it, I think. Before ending this session, any advice you want to give the young aspirants?
I would like to say that just self-belief. This is the most important thing which can save you throughout this course. Your self-belief, your positivity, and the way you look at the course, the way you look at the perspective. Like people will say it is the toughest course, it is impossible to clear in one go. Yes, it is, but it depends on you whether you want to take the challenge, you want to excel it, or you want to cry about it कि गलती हो गई नहीं करना चाहिए था अब घुस गए हो कर लो. You have given so
Yeah.
much time, so much money, so much effort. Still now, go for it. Give it a shot, but with a smile on your face.
Okay, so आप कूद गए हो तो मतलब you have to swim.
Yeah, you
Okay,
have to.
okay. So, okay, so thanks for joining in, and I hope we will have some more sessions in future with you,
Yes,
obviously.
yes, I'm waiting for it.
Okay,
I hope
thanks.
this podcast helps people, and even if it fulfills, even if one aspirant gets something from it and is happy about it, so I think the purpose would be served.
Yeah, actually, that's the purpose of starting the YouTube channel, as I said you earlier. Okay, so on this positive note, let's end today's session. Thanks again for joining in.
Thank you for having me.